Okay, so here we are on 3-2 unit rates. So these are just rates that are very specific, and you're probably going to realize that you're more used to unit rates than you realize. So as I'm reading through this, I realize that our essential question we've got here is wrong. So I want you to line through that. Okay. And our essential question would be, how do you calculate a unit rate? Okay. So while a ratio compares similar items like people, dollars, tickets, a unit rate, let's add that word in there, unit rate compares two quantities that have different units. And I'll give you some examples that are actually going to sound pretty familiar to you. Okay. So we have to have some way to compare two amounts, but that are different things. So the easiest one that you guys see every day is miles per hour. Okay. And a ratio table is actually, a rate table is a lot of times they compare two different items, right? So one can be the number of hours you work versus how much money you get paid, things like that. So unit rate is specifically when one of the measurements has a value of 1. For example, if you have 65 miles per hour, that means that you've gone 65 miles in 1 hour. Another example is if movie tickets cost $12 per person. Per is a really important word when dealing with unit rate. Okay. Here's some common ones that you probably recognize: miles per gallon, heartbeats per minute, meters per second, calories per serving, dollars per pound. Things that you actually see out in the real world all the time. And you may not even think of it as a math thing, but they definitely are. To calculate unit rates, super easy. All you're going to do is divide the numerator by the denominator. Okay, so we've been working with fractions a lot, pretty good at that now. When you do that, your denominator will become 1 automatically. And let me show you how that works. Okay, so from Vacaville to Disneyland is approximately 420 miles, and Miss V can make it with a couple of stops in 7 hours. Yes, that's true. On average, how fast is Miss V driving? Meaning, how many miles per hour am I going? So you're just going to set up your ratio. So I'm going, and you want to label everything. 420 miles in 7 hours. And I want to know how many miles I'm going in 1 hour. Okay. So as soon as you have that equal sign there, you know you're dealing with equivalent fractions. See how those come into play again? Okay. And then you're just asking yourself, how do I get from 7 to 1? Well, I need to divide by 7. So on the top, I'm going to divide by 7. And 420 divided by 7 is 60 miles per hour. Okay. So you literally are dividing top divided by bottom, and you get your unit rate. And that's it. And we'll have lots of practice doing that. Okay. Nice short notes.